Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. And this is fucking Talking Shit with Eagle. Episode 520.5. Weed Nerd World. Little Jason Aldean bumping in the background. Come on, Johnny, let's get this party started. What's up, Johnny? You ready to get this party started? I can't hear you. Oh, it's probably me. Hold on. Let me look before let me test my speakers. Oh, it's not me this time. Take your time, please. Try again, Johnny. Thinking it might be you, Johnny. Cheers, everybody in chat. Floor Nugs. Cheddar Bob 13. What up, Cheddar Bob? Chat popped out here. George playing my piece. Okay. That's Johnny again. What's up, Malty? See me. How you doing? Please tell me I can hear Johnny this time.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear you now. Yeah, sorry I missed you last night, man. It was a rough day yesterday.
What's up?
Oh, it was just a long kind of a day. You know what I'm saying? It started out at 8 o'clock in the morning at a doctor's appointment. And then I did a few things on my car. I got the window working on it, so now it goes up and down. And I went to a junkyard, pulled an actuator out, plugged it into the plug that comes off the car, and I saw that it actually made that actuator try to work, but it was trying to go in a different direction. So, anyways, basically, I figured out that it was not my actuator motor that was bad; it was the switch bank. So I took that motor back, switched it out for the other one, brought it back. Didn't even have to take it out of the side of the car or anything, and plugged it in. And after all that trauma of going through all that stuff and driving back and forth to the junkyard, it just wore me out. By that time, at the end of the day, I was just gone. 9:30 came along, I passed it. I was a pussy yesterday.
Glad to hear you have a window. Gotta have at least a window since you ain't got air conditioning. You gotta have a fucking window, Johnny.
Well, that's a fact. And I'm gonna put some. What do you call that shit? Some Freon in it, and see if it actually charges it up. Because I've got an adapter to do that with, so I'll just buy me some $6 cans or whatever they are, and throw it in there and see if it works. If it doesn't, well, I tried.
Look, have it. You're coming into the winter months, so hopefully you won't need it anyway.
Well, that's the thing, During the winter months, I won't need it.
Can you tell if Johnny's froze or it's me? Let's play it by ear here. Cheers, everybody. What are you smoking on?
Because it's a salvage title. And since it has a salvage title, they need to check every little thing on it to make sure it's okay. Which makes sense. Makes sense.
little extra, couple extra hoops. No, that kind of sucks.
So when I went to the mechanic, the certified mechanic, which is actually a person that I use, I told him I needed a vehicle inspection, and he says to me, "Well, didn't you just get one?" Because I just went through getting a catalytic converter. It cost me $1,500 and get an inspection and all that stuff so I could get that thing smart. And that wasn't that long ago. So my car's been down for 3 months. So that was about 4 months ago when that happened. So when I drop in and say I need a vehicle inspection, he says to me, "Well, wait a minute, you just did that." And I said, "Well, I just got a new car because the CVT transmission on my van went out." He goes, "CVT transmission sucks." And I said, "Yeah, I found that out." And so he said, "Well, since you've gone through all this," he said he's going to do what he can to make sure that it passes. So that's a big plus, you know. So he's got my back on it. So that's what it is. I'm looking forward to being able to be driving next week again. Uh-oh.
What's up, Bob?
Hola, gentlemen. How are you? I got to get my headphones on. Give me just a second.
Very good. Yeah, so I'll be Monday morning. I'll be taking my car in 8 o'clock in the morning to get it inspected. And then after I get done with that, I'm going to drive right to the DMV and get my plates transferred. And that way I'll have a inspected vehicle ready to rock and roll. So this weekend I got to do a little bit of looking around on the car to make sure everything's good.
I feel like I see the curtain there. I feel like Cheddar Bob's got us on this side of the curtain of Oz and shit. He's got the headphones on. He's getting ready to fire up the fire and the brimstone.
I got to put on the show because I'm only like 5'5", you know.
The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
They did a Raising Hope episode where they did something like that. It was like a Wizard of Oz, but they were going to see the Dice Man to sell him an invention, and it turned out to be some guy behind the curtain acting like the Dice Man and shit.
Like Andrew Dice Clay, the Dice Man?
Yeah. Yeah.
I miss that guy. I miss the late 80s and early 90s comedy. That was
definitely
it was I don't know if it was ahead of its time, but it was certainly I don't know, just a different take on comedy. It was raunchy, it was dirty, it was everything that today's comedy isn't.
What was that movie he made where if you punch somebody, it leaves a big old imprint of his fist in their head?
Don't remember.
You don't remember that one?
No. I still was young in the late 80s and in early 90s, so
I wasn't quite that young.
what?
Yeah,
I wasn't in my early 30s like you guys.
I was my teens and shit. Maybe my 20s. I'm not sure.
It's too long ago. Can't remember.
Just a theory. Just a theory on what happened to comedy.
Oh,
it all stemmed back when we stopped fucking getting spanked and shit. We started raising entitled children. They got fucking their feelings hurt super easy, and now comedy dances around like any hot button issue because they don't want to offend anybody.
Unless you're Dave Chappelle.
Eagle, I think it actually was after they stopped giving out the red, the silver, and the gold stars, and they started giving trophies to everybody.
I remember when that happened. I remember when everyone started getting trophies. I was like people in last place in cross country would get ribbons and stuff, and I'm like, this. Why is this happening? This is never this. What is going on here?
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me either because I wanted to be the winner. I didn't want to share it. You know.
I mean, I don't mind, like, you're not really sharing winning, but like your participation trophy is participating. You know, if you're not good enough to get a trophy, then you don't fucking get one. You know, like plain and simple.
Yeah,
that was what made it worth getting the trophy. Was everybody didn't get one. You got the fucking trophy.
Yeah.
But
like in,
I want to protect, you know.
Yeah, like in karate tournaments, like the guy that you kick the shit out of in the first round that didn't make it to the end gets the same fucking ribbon as you. Like, no. Gets the same fucking applause as you. No.
Now wait a minute, I beat his ass.
Exactly. He didn't score a point on me. Why is he gonna fucking, you know?
The bruises were the trophy. Is that what you're saying, Teddy Bob?
Yeah, man, a broken nose. You go home with a broken nose. There's your fucking trophy. You know?
Yeah.
That was your participation badge.
Well,
obviously, I was there. Can't you see this broken nose?
Yeah, welcome to Maine. So I went nuclear on this 10th. I finally broke down and used wettable sulfur. I'd never had a reason to use it before, but I could just not knock down these mealy bugs. So we went nuclear, gave them a spray yesterday, and we'll see how that does. But prior to that, I did use some of the mealy bug destroyers. They look like little, they look like they should be in the ladybug family. And they went through this 10 and like visually, I know there's eggs and stuff, but they cleaned up like 90% of any visual mealybugs that I could see. I was actually really impressed with how well they did. So folks, mealybugs, if you have them, get some of those crypto weird ending of the word insects. Yep.
I don't necessarily see them in my cannabis garden, but in the fucking on house plants isn't necessarily where I see the mealybug infections.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out where they came from. I mean, we don't have any other real house plants, and no one I know has mealybugs in their grow. So it's bizarre how things turn up out of nowhere.
Alcohol sprays work well for them, but that only works well on your cannabis plant. In veg, you don't necessarily want to go spraying alcohol on your flower.
Right. Yeah, that's the reason why on this 10 I was able to use the wettable sulfur as well. It's because they're in like early veg. I know that there's not going to be anything left over in 6 weeks when I throw it in the flower. So I feel comfortable with that amount of time span in between using it. So
I've just pretty much contributed your absence to the cherry pie lately.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I've got more going. I've got another 10 to the cherry pie going. It's like, I mean, you guys, you know, when you find that cultivar and it kicks the door in on you, you're like, you're all in. That's all you can focus on. You're like, I need to grow as much of this as I can before I lose it or whatever. So yeah, I've got plenty now. Plenty.
insane.
What are the
It's insane. That's a love-hate relationship, man. I enjoy a good one like that myself. Right now, it's kind of that 6 shooter's got that real gassy OG that I like, but that's a fine line for me, man. It's what it like yesterday. Fucking shot that right in the foot, man. Every time I fucking smoke a joint, man, fucking, I'd be like, yeah, this is good. Next thing I know, I'm kind of sitting there still smoking the second half, and then the next. Once you get into that second half, man, that rise that you had, fucking, yeah, I'm gonna get this shit done. On the back half, you're like, after a nap.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get right to that after this weed nap.
My wife says so. I have no problem falling asleep at all. Like I could go like this, close my eyes while you guys are all talking, have my headphones on, and fall asleep. Like fall asleep on acid, fall asleep on mushrooms, no problem. So, when I smoke, I'll come back inside and I'll just lay down on the couch and I'll be on my phone. And all of a sudden my phone will kind of slide down to my chest. And she says there's this like, I look like an alien, like there's this like sheath that comes down over my eyes like a cat. And she's like, oh, he's going to be asleep in 20 seconds. And boom, 20, 30 seconds later, I'm like, I always like fall asleep like this. And she's like, you look like you're dead every time you fall asleep. It's really weird. No.
That's funny.
I feel bad for people that have insomnia and have problems sleeping. Like that's gonna I've gone days without sleeping in my younger years, substance enhanced, but like without sleep, your brain does gnarly things. I man.
Yeah, back in the day, if you'd have fallen asleep and done one of those kind of long time sleep, they probably would have buried you.
Yeah, probably. Or stoned me or tried to drown me or something. Good thing I don't have sharp canines.
Right?
I'm already quite pale.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, right now, yeah, I'd say you got a nice redness to you. Either you're blushing like a madman or you've gotten some sun.
No, well, I may have had some sun in the last several days. The golf course closed, so I got out there as much as I could in the last week. So but I'm also Welsh and Irish, so the red kind of flushes out of us anyways.
I hear when you boil a lobster, they turn red too.
Yeah, they do. It's not hot enough down here though. I do have to get my glasses though. These lights are kind of bright this early in the morning.
Well, I'm going to break out a little bit of candy.
What was that, Johnny?
I said I'm going to break out a little bit of Tangyland. I'm using my big speaker that has a microphone on it, so it's kind of corny. Doesn't quite give me the best speaker kind of thing.
You gotta like bungee it to your shoulder.
Ever since I got my
like a little boom box from the 80s, it's the 21st century now, and you can like adapt. Yeah, everything's smaller now.
Right? Yeah. Back in the day, man, that's how the boys used to run around with their stuff.
Yeah. Fucking tube socks fold all the way up to the knees.
Myself.
Riding the low tops and the short shorts.
I had a boom box. Skateboarded with boom on the shoulder. Shit, yeah, man, I did that.
We all had boot boxes. Yeah. Pretty funny seeing a bunch of little white kids on an island carrying boom boxes around though. Hola, Senor Tao.
What's going on here?
What's up, Eagle? Cheddar Bob, Johnny Caniseed.
Oh, I'm really loving the expressions that blueberry cheesecake has put through my garden.
That's good to hear. I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, man. I've gotten a lot of nice compliments on the smoke. Most
There
of
you
it
go.
says tastes like candy.
Yep.
You know.
What did she hit? What did he hit up?
Well, it hit up with the Tangyland, the Bubba Hayes, the I got to look around a little bit here.
Hey, no worries. Is that why
The
Smiley was saying I was pimp of the year?
Yeah, Huckleberry Jones. It hooked up with the bike seat. There was quite a few that it hooked up my Gondog Mimosa. Oh my God,
That's
that
probably would
girl,
be really good.
serious shit. They got some Clydestones coming out of it. You know what I'm saying? Or Clydesdales or whatever you want to say. Clydestones.
Pure breeds. Thoroughbreds, rather. Eagle,
Yeah.
what's that Christmas tree behind your shoulder? That looks like a nice fucking plant right there.
That's
Both
the
of those.
Colombian. That's the number 6 right
Yeah,
there.
right?
gonna
You can see them all the way from here.
Yeah.
You have a cold now?
No.
No? You sound stuffy.
Uh,
I think
Oh, that's
maybe
better.
it's-
That's better.
Okay,
Cleared it out. You cleared it out.
there you go. There was a frog in my throat.
Yeah, toad.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't
geez,
wait.
I
to-
So thank you for that pack towel.
Yeah, I
I
knew
was
you wanted
just
to try.
looking at
I think you
this
should try
Amy
to.
sticker. Fits perfect. Like will fit perfect right on her stash jar.
There you go. Eagle, I think you should start some of them Time Wreck by Blueberry.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's your
Dude, that
pick out
Time
of
Wreck.
the bunch.
Well, no, but and you know what? I'm always wrong anyway. Don't listen to me.
Shut up.
But that Time Wreck, I love that plant, and
Time wreck, yeah.
it's the one I keep saying. Like she just wouldn't go away no matter what. She's like so vigorous with the cuttings. Like she never failed. She never failed with a cutting. And like I said, even if she gets fucked up while she's growing, the end product is always killer and burns good for some reason. And yeah, but the one person who grew out all the he did, Amy Ace's Blueberry by Cheesequake and the Bruce Banner by Cheesequake. And the kid is in love with the Bruce Banner by Cheesequake, which I didn't even grow out yet, but that's why I say I like the Blueberry by Cheesequake a lot. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I always pick the wrong one for everybody else.
So if you like the blueberry by Cheesequake, what makes you suggest the Time Wreck to me? Just because don't see enough of her.
Yeah, and I have a really good because I think that's going to be a really good mix because everything that the story. Subcool was not a fan of the blueberry at all, and even though it's not really like the old school blueberry, I think that like the vigor from I used the Cheesequake male on the blueberry female. And I'm telling you, that one of them has like a hybrid vigor, it seems. It's just like super growth, like easy, taking cuttings and everything. So I used the blueberry male and hit up the female Time Wreck. And I think there's going to be that kind of vigor in that shit too.
That you took the Blueberry Cheesequake and you hooked her up with the Time wreck?
No, the blueberry male.
Oh, just the Blueberry male, okay.
Yeah. So I have a blueberry male and a blueberry female I'm keeping. and I have a cheesequake male.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds.
For now.
That's like.
And I have a Ronberry male that I haven't hit anything with yet. And I have a Queen White Haze male that I like the structure of too, that I can't undo, kill off. And I have like 4 chocolate tie males that I don't know what I'm going to do. Listening to Mr. Trees. I was just going to say, listen to Mr. Trees makes me want to use all the males and all the females. But I got like, dude, I think I have at least 8 chocolate tie females also.
Oh,
So anyway, what were you going to say, Eagle?
I was gonna ask if you and Amy went down to the tattoo shop at the same time and kind of got like correlated tattoos. So does she have a tattoo, or do you have a tattoo of Amy on your ass?
No, but now that you say that, perhaps I should go get that done.
Very fair.
You know,
She's supporting you.
Speaking of
Fair is
tattoos,
fair.
I was supposed to go get one on the 11th. So like on Thursday, right? And it'd been scheduled for a couple months since my birthday. 11 o'clock appointment, went there, it was locked. I knocked on the door, I see the curtain open. This woman comes out, unlocks the door. She's looking at me like I'm some sort of alien. She's like, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I have a appointment with so-and-so at 11 o'clock. And she's like, so-and-so has COVID and isn't here. And she was supposed to contact all her people that she was going to be tattooing. And I was like, nope, never heard anything. So they called her and she's like, oh, give me his number and I'll call him right back. I still haven't heard from this person. I'm like, okay, huge red flag. Definitely gonna go somewhere else. So yeah, but I had the
needle.
What's that?
She's probably got bad needles.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I had a great idea for my tattoo right on my forearm. You know the Heroes godsend symbol from the show Heroes. It's like a piece of a double helix, like a DNA helix. So if you cut it in half, it looks like sort of like an F with one line up here and then 2 lines coming off this side. And so I was going to take that and I was going to kind of turn it a little bit more and then incorporate the molecule for THC, making up the other half of the DNA strand. So it would look like the godsend in the DNA strand, or the THC molecule making a DNA strand.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm thinking about making NFTs doing that too, but I can't draw, so I need to find an artist.
Kazoo Kush.
No, whoever does a tattoo, just take a picture of your arm.
Well, yeah, but it's there. Yeah, well, you know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. NFTs, fuck the world.
Different.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. They're the new thing, dudes. NFTs.
I think so. I mean, why not try it, right? It's not really going to cost a whole lot of money. You know, it's just like stock investments or cryptocurrency or anything else. Like, if you're willing to take the gamble, you don't gamble what you can't lose. And you know,
I said make your own NFT.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like $100 investment to make your own NFT.
Okay.
And fuck if it hits, like,
yeah,
probably more money than I'll make in a year. You know,
2 bidding war, 2 people that want to bid enough.
Yeah, I gotta start a bidding war on some gear. I got all this gear.
I heard a
Might
guy
do an
NFT
auction.
A lot of that stuff's going to be the future.
Yeah, I've been telling people, right now it's a volatile market, but we're in the stage of this building of a future economy. Like we are here in this moment, just like those people were in the internet bubble. Like it's worth $100 investment now for 10 or 15 years down the line to be worth 100,000, 200,000, 50,000. It just, to me, it makes sense. Like I've already made a healthy amount of money off early investments on crypto. So
Did you cash out of those early investments in crypto, or they're still there?
They're still there. I mean, I've been picking pieces and pieces off. I mean, it's not going away. So I'm not going to be losing money
probably ever.
Yeah, probably ever. So
what this guy was saying was that cryptocurrency is actually the money that is going to be running the metaverse, kind of. Can you guys hear me or not?
Yeah,
I can.
And he said that the NFT was going to be kind of like the how did he put it? I can't even remember how he put that shit, but it seemed like the way things are going, kind of like what we're doing right now. We're making friends throughout the world through Zoom, through the internet. So it's kind of like our own little metaverse in a way. We've got our own connections through people, and that's kind of what he was saying, that the way things are leading, it's leading towards that direction. So everybody's going to have a virtual personality.
We're all going to be lawnmower men.
Right. Exactly like that.
Perhaps some of us already are.
Perhaps.
Perhaps is a good word. Everybody should use it more often. And when you say clothes and months, always accentuate the TH. I think it makes you sound smarter.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Go change your clothes. How many months till Christmas? Yeah, practice it.
It's like who is that? Schedule instead of schedule.
Right. There you go. That's a good one.
Man, that one kills me every time. I'm like, did that person just have a stroke?
What's your schedule looking like?
That fucking douchebag Rush Limbaugh would always say that. Schedule.
Process. Yeah, the Canadians say process.
Yeah.
Boot.
Another one that gets me is idea. You ever hear that? Idea?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that a main thing?
No, that's a thing.
Yep.
I know that thing.
Stoled. They stole it from me. I want to slap people when I hear that.
I gotta ask a question.
Yeah, North Atlantic backhand, just like whap. Okay.
I'm gonna hatchet you a question. Yeah.
Did I tell you guys about my old man doing that?
Backhanding you too often?
No.
That's what happened.
No. My old man was cool. He never laid a hand on me, but my old man's 73 years old. He's a 7th degree black belt. He's an offshore fisherman since he was 7 years old. Like, he's a legit man. And he was at the gas station. This guy from Massachusetts comes in and like cuts him in line, and it's like he's standing like right in front of him. My dad's like, excuse me, line's back there. Your typical line dispute. And the guy like got right in my dad's face. He didn't have a mask on. My dad's like, hey, buddy, don't get right in my face. You don't have a mask on. Like, so the guy walked out. My dad was still standing there in line. The guy comes back in with a mask in and beelines it towards my dad and gives a 73-year-old dude like a fucking shoulder, fucking, one of these into the cooler. My dad kind of stumbles back, and he fucking stuck his foot out a little. The guy started to trip, and my dad took his fucking massive fisherman hand and fucking whoop and fucking cuffed him in the back of the head and sent him into the chips. And my dad's like, oh yeah, okay, see you later, buddy, and walks outside, gets in his truck. The guy comes running out. Rah, rah, rah. He reaches in my dad's truck, with his left arm, so his back is towards the wheel. My dad grabs his arm and he fucking yanks it like this, and the guy smashes his face off the top of the door, falls in a heap right beside the truck, and my dad goes, see you later, buddy, and just fucking drove off.
I love your dad. I love your dad. Tell him.
Yeah, my dad's he's awesome.
That
He's
is
awesome.
It's a great story, dude.
Yeah, this 73-year-old dude. He's only a little bit taller than me. He's pretty small now, but back in the day, he was. No one would have messed with him. He has quite the reputation. So I guess it didn't carry all the way down to Massachusetts.
What do you think the flip of the coin side is like? Do you think he actually fucking told somebody he went off on a 73-year-old, then proceeded to get his ass whooped?
I'm not sure. I wonder the same thing about the guy at the beach in July that I had to tune up in front of his 80-year-old mom. I wonder if he went back to Connecticut and was like, people are like, what are all those fucking bumps and bruises and scratches? And he was like, well, I was driving my mom around and I got mad at this guy and I got out and he kicked my ass. I wonder that too. Do they go home and explain actually what happened, or is there, did they walk into the corner of a cabinet?
No, they were working out with some elastic rubber band type workout tools like Harry Reid was. Yeah. Sorry, I had to go there.
I couldn't quite make out what you were saying.
I said Harry Reid had the same situation when he was working out with rubber bands and got his ass kicked by his brother.
I just can't see fucking really bragging, trying to even pump up the older guy. Yeah, but you should have seen him.
He was huge.
Yeah.
There's gotta be security camera footage. That'd be so funny.
I did. I went back and I actually asked for it, and the woman was like, "Nope, not gonna lose my job over that." I was like,
or the buddy that asked him, how hard did you get hit with that foam finger that left that monster hand bruise on your head?
Dude, my father's hands, years of working on the ocean, they're 3 times the size of mine. And I mean, I don't have big hands, but he has dildo fingers. They're just it's stupid.
It says, no, you're number one right across your fortune.
Yeah, the index and the thumb left a nice L print on his forehead.
Where's Smiley tonight?
That's what he did. I don't know. He was, yeah, I know he had to harvest a couple nights ago. He could be still trapped in harvest. Hopefully for his sake. Good stuff.
Yeah, did you see that bubble run that I did with the cherry pie on Instagram? Oh, you should check that out. Oh man, the water came out.
Oh, maybe I did.
It looks like red wine. It's the It's insane. The most purple red I've ever had wash out. It was crazy, but it didn't translate to the hash, which is
Yeah,
okay. It would have been cool if it had, but no.
Did you use that water to water your plants with?
I didn't.
That's what I did. That's what I did with my purple. That's what I do with my hash water.
Yeah, I didn't have.
Dude,
I didn't.
Purple.
I wasn't a watering schedule. Like I didn't have to water for a couple of days, so
It wasn't in the schedule.
It wasn't in the schedule. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start
They
hitting
love
myself.
that shit though, don't they, Tal?
They do. And I'm telling you that purple, I think it brought out the purple in those plants that one time. I don't know though. Because I had the purple wash water too, man. That shit did look like church wine. It's the red pill. Speaking of colors.
And church wine.
Dildo fingers.
He heard their dildo fingers. He's like,
You had to
all
come
right,
on.
I gotta see what's going on here.
They had me with the dildo fingers.
Yeah. Say no more.
I would have just stayed lurking in chat, but if it wasn't for that.
Well, I'll say I could palm a basketball.
I can palm a
There's
tennis
Smiley
ball.
right there. I don't know what to say that the thought of sausage fingers brought you rushing into the conversation.
I know, like they're coming out of the woodwork now. They're like, okay, hold on, tell me more about these dildo hands. Can you explain this? Are they all different shaped dildos?
Different shades of color as well.
Probably.
Yeah, the middle finger, definitely.
Whole new meaning to sausage fest, huh?
Sorry, Dad.
To each their own.
What do you got going, Red Bill?
He's got something going on over there. His hands are full. He can't even hit the mute button.
We can
Dude,
read lips.
I get scared when I see people heating up that shit like that right in front of their face.
Pop.
Yeah, dude, don't do that. No. I saw that. Did you see that? The one chick was doing it and it fucking exploded right in the face like that. Like, pop, man.
He's got safety glasses on.
I don't know, man. That shit makes me nervous watching it.
I'm just gonna switch it over to you and I, Tal. It's just you and I on the screen now.
There you go. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, my anxiety just dropped instantly.
And he's just sitting there, just look at it. It's just that seemed like a really long time, no? They do look like safety glasses.
Red Pill, how you doing tonight, man?
Yeah, Red Pill, talk to us, kid.
What's up, guys?
We've
That's
been
much.
picking on you this time. You haven't been.
Yeah, were you listening? Are you all right?
No, I can't hear you guys over the torch. It's probably for the best, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my God.
Oh, well,
We just got saved.
Yeah,
I'll catch
good.
it tomorrow on the replay.
Yeah, he's gonna go back and listen to it. And be like,
Rewind.
motherfuckers.
Well, I'm glad you're all safe, Red Pill.
Yeah. We had our first
So,
snow today. That's about the only news.
And we're gonna get some more tomorrow, probably. I did check out that water, Bob. That is some pretty fucking red, purplish water. Doesn't
That
look
gnarly.
like mine. and then on the bad note, I didn't realize that the show count wasn't following you. So please accept my request. I just hit the follow up there, and I just realized I wasn't following you for the show count. So you're gonna have to approve it. You're gonna have to approve my request, Bob. Yeah, I know. I
What
was
happened?
just as surprised.
That
I
went
tried
right
to
over
look
my
at.
head.
I tried to look at your account from the show account, and I realized the show wasn't following you. So I said, "You're gonna have to approve my request." I know I checked it out from my personal account. I am following you
Oh.
personally, but
Yeah, well,
please
thank you.
accept the show's request.
I've made it, Mom. I made it. I made it.
It's on the list.
What's up?
Well, for that, I'm gonna send you some more lobsters.
Okay. Well, we got a chance. The winter months,
Yeah, right.
fucking hopefully,
They'll hold a little bit better.
right?
I'll freeze them first.
Nothing.
What's up, Smiley?
What's going on, man? So can lobsters can they freeze and like unthaw? They'll still be alive? Are they like cold blooded like that?
No, I don't think they'll still. Well, let's see. So they
Well,
bury themselves in the mud. So they go.
They're technically in water colder than ice can freeze, right? Because it's salt water. The ocean gets what, 31, 30 degrees.
Yeah, maybe like, yeah, and in really, really deep spots, but usually it's around 40s or so. Pretty average, around mid 40s in this area.
Because we know, water, the more salt you add, the higher the freezing point comes for water.
Yeah, I would imagine at 600-700 feet, it's probably in the low 20s, but
Yeah.
where we are and where we fish, the Bay of Fundy, Gulf of Maine has the fastest warming waters in the world. So we stay right around 40 degrees, and then it raises about 20, close to 20 degrees throughout the summer. But no, I don't think if you froze them to the point of like stiff, like freezing their organs and stuff, of not being able to function, I would assume they wouldn't thaw and be alive. But if you keep them at a constant cold temperature, you could probably keep them dormant, long enough. But a full on freeze, maybe.
Freeze them in water. Just kidding. That's easy.
A block of ice with lobsters in them. Just add a pot and heat, and you're ready to go with Cheddar Bob's Maine Lobster.
Drop it right in the pot and boil, man. Fucking good to go.
Yeah. Freeze them in certain size pot containers.
Yeah, man. This salmon crabs are like, no, I guess maybe clams. I don't know, but they're like the only animals we just throw alive. You throw it in live, right in the water, right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the flavor is hearing it suffer.
There you go. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't like.
You can.
They don't have nervous systems, so they don't technically suffer, nor do they have consciousness.
That's who said that.
Huh? I said that.
How do you know they don't have consciousness?
Because I catch them for a living. They had consciousness, they wouldn't get caught so easily. They had to figure this shit out in a few million years.
Charles Darwin said so 150 years ago.
One
I
grab.
mean, at least they don't walk up on shore anymore. They've gotten smarter. At least they stay in the ocean now.
So I guess they're kind of like water cows, right?
Did you say water cows?
Yeah. Water cows,
Moo?
we breed them to eat them.
Why? Is there lobster farms?
Yeah, I'm sure
Nope.
they do.
No.
No?
Nope, they haven't found a way to.
You can't do it, dude. You can't get them in the right
Really?
mood.
You can't get them in the right environment. They've tried it several times on the coast of Maine, but they go for a few years and then they all die out. There's something about the environment that is not conducive.
All right, I got a lobster question. Now the blue ones, like
Yeah.
1 out of a million are blue, something like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
it's colder water.
Nice one,
Whoa.
Smiley. Ha 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 ha. They had the cold faucet turned all the way on, huh?
Right?
They haven't. They've never been laid. They have blue balls.
Oh,
That's what happens. It
It's
spreads.
hard up the whole time.
Yeah.
It's better than blue waffle.
They turn red after they fucking get off.
Red Rocket. Oh, okay. I'll go back on mute. I'm gonna take another nap.
We killed the blue lobster.
One
Never
in
got
two.
it.
So 1 in 2 million chance of catching a blue lobster, which in the spectrum of how many lobsters there actually are, happens more often than you think.
And what
How
makes them
many you
blue
got?
though?
Do they go for
It's
more money?
just a
or-
mutation. Nope, they don't go for any more money. I mean, actually, I had this guy on Facebook write me once, and he's like, I will pay you, I don't know, it's some stupid amount of money for a blue lobster. And I was like, no, because it was
No,
small anyways.
no,
Like
what?
you throw them back. So generally, you don't keep those lobsters superstition wise on the ocean. You throw the blue ones and the calicos and the purples and the ghosty white ones. You throw those back.
And that superstitious thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Probably-
cool.
Like,
That
probably-
respect.
Aren't
Probably
you
95% of the
selecting for
lobster
those,
would do
though?
that.
How
What's
much
that?
is it?
I said, aren't you selecting for those now? Like, if you're throwing those ones back and you're keeping all the other ones, like,
Wow, they're not breeding them.
Yeah. What
How
do
much is
know,
a
but
stupid
you
amount of
trying-
money?
in a
you trying
select-
to call me racist?
Yeah, you're blue lobster.
Dude, how much is a stupid amount of money though? Like
I don't know. He was like
$15,000?
no, it was like $1,000 for the
Oh.
lobster.
That's only ignorant money. That's not stupid.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. You
Nice.
set me up for
I'd
that one.
kill myself, man.
You had that set up for a little while, didn't you?
No, that was fresh. I'm fucking stoned too now.
It just came out
Fucking
natural.
red pill going at them dads like it's a
Yeah,
fucking
man.
cereal
It's his
bowl
birthday.
and
Happy
shit.
birthday, Red Pill. Happy birthday. It's
Oh, yeah.
birthday.
Yum, 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 yum,
He's
yum,
like,
yum.
oh, look at it dripping and shit. Look at all the shit.
killer, he's the killer.
Num, 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 num.
Oh my god.
Oh no, the torch wasn't going. He could hear us now. Shit.
Yeah, but he can't hear us over his coughing.
There you go. I can't-
Right? Can't even finish it.
Oh,
They're
shit.
putting all
You know,
that-
like when you try and hold the cough in and your ears do that like block out thing, kind of like
Everything's just going
Red
wow,
pill.
wow, wow, wow.
Oh, that's yeah. Get a good hit. Wow, 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 wow.
Mhm.
the nitrous cannabis hit.
Yes,
Those are good. You
I
see the
like
little
that.
black,
I like
the
that.
little black spots, like you're looking at that square, gray square thing, and all the black dots keep moving.
QR code.
Oh, I love those hits. Yeah,
Those are good. ones.
Dude,
yeah.
I remember.
When you become a starfighter and those stars flying.
You gotta hold on to the countertop, or else you're gonna freaking.
It's like the same thing, like if you're anemic and low in iron, same thing happens like when you stand up real fast or get out of the shower and get out of a hot shower. I don't know if you do your like stretch like this when you get out of a hot shower, you fucking hit the floor. No problem. Boom.
Well, that's
Oh, that hasn't happened to me yet, thank God.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
iron deficiencies here.
Yeah, after a diverticulous episode, I got out of the shower because a lot of the times when I soak in a hot tub, it helps my the last portion of my diverticulitis shit go away. So when I got out of the tub one time, I did that same thing. Reached up, grabbed my towel. The next thing you know, I woke up on the floor.
Yeah.
There you
it's no
go. That's
joke.
exactly what he was saying.
Yeah, there was a girl. There was a girl in high school, and that happened to her. She fell back into the tub and actually landed on like a shampoo bottle, and had to go like have surgery because it went like in her butt and like ripped her fucking anus apart.
Oh my God. It was a 1 in a million shot.
Yeah.
Sure,
It's
that's
fucked up.
the story. Sure,
Yeah.
that's the story.
That's the story that was
No,
told.
No, mom, the football team didn't
now that
tear
I'm-
my ass.
now that
I
I'm-
fell in the shower.
You know what?
Oh,
Now that I'm saying it out loud all these years later, it's a little sus. A
It's a
little sus.
sus.
I never really gave it a second thought. I was like, oh, that's
I'm
sucks. That's so
anemic. I
bad.
just
I'm
need
so
too
sorry.
many ice cubes. I swear.
But
had
now
to go there.
after all these years revisiting it, I'm gonna have to call her out on that one.
This
I'm
is
gonna have
like a
to. I'm
fucking
gonna have to get back
Seinfeld
in touch and
episode
be
right
like,
now.
okay, I really need to know what happened. We were talking about this on the Talking Shit with Eagle, and you just happened to come up, and I got thinking about it again.
We talked
Molly,
about the old shampoo and the butthole story. You remember that?
Yeah.
one?
You remember that one, don't you?
Shampoo and polio.
And you probably haven't you haven't communicated with her forever. It's just
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
out of the
Just
blue.
Out of the blue.
the old shampoo
20
and butthole story.
25 years later, she gets a messenger message.
Just doesn't.
Hey, do you remember when?
It's not
I know
even.
we
Hey,
haven't.
how?
I know we haven't
Hi, how
talked in
you
a
doing?
while.
No, it's just like, do you remember the shampoo bottle?
Remember that
2
shitty
joints
shower?
later, 48 people. We
Oh
kind
my
of think
God.
the story suspect. Could you just go over it one more time?
Was
We
it a
have some
head-
questions. We have
Would
some
you be willing
questions.
to come on a show? It's
Oh my
sort
God,
of like
that'd be so
Dr.
funny.
Phil. Like we try and help each other. We try and give advice. It's sort of like Dr. Phil, but there's a lot of people who have questions
Dude,
about
that'd be
this.
hilarious.
Got an idea about
So none
get her on
of
the
those.
show,
Go ahead, Johnny.
and we'll. Does she
Yeah.
grow?
Did I freeze?
No, Johnny did. I
There's
think.
gonna be a slow-mo reenactment.
We'll do like one of those cheesy Spike TV 1,000 Ways to Die reenactments, you know.
Like JFK thing.
Computer
No,
reenactment.
Johnny's like, does she grow? Can we get her on the show? Can we figure this out?
The question personally.
What was that?
Oh shit! My shit must not be coming through very well, right?
That's right.
It just cuts out
Yeah.
at the exact time it shouldn't.
That'd be so funny. She comes on and after all these years, I have to get something off my chest. Me and Valerie were experimenting, and she had the conditioner bottle, and it was no problem. But the shampoo bottle
Was
got me.
full.
33% more.
She
gonna
saw,
say
that.
she saw those herbal essence commercials and got the wrong idea.
Calgon really took me away.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
And then, and that's why I had the non-slip footprints in my tub now.
Yeah, her tub now is like rhino lines, like fucking no slipping, fucking.
How the suave was okay, but the Head and Shoulders just didn't fit.
I could be like a shower shelf salesman. You do not want to leave your shampoo bottles on the floor.
Trust me on this. I
Let me
do
tell you
agree.
about. Let me tell you about the yeah.
I might make an NFT.
That sounds like a
What is it?
That's a perfect you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Subject matter for an NFT. Yeah.
You know, it could be like this girl falling backwards and
Like
it has
mid
like
mid
the shampoos right
mid-flight.
there. And yeah, it has like the little
When,
triangle exclamation points coming out of it. And her eyes are like, oh no. Yeah, boom,
Yeah,
I gotta,
done.
I gotta use the
NFT.
bathroom real fast and experiment with the shampoo bottle. I'll be right back.
All right. Start with the conditioner.
The lather effect.
That's the secret.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
lather it up good.
No,
Don't,
start with the conditioner.
don't raw dog that Selsun blue.
You're never
Eagle.
gonna work with these fucking sausage fingers.
Eagle. Does the weed nerd worlds go out to like all the podcasts and everything?
I have to upload them. I have to upload them to everything.
Got this in town.
Let me skip this one.
Oh no. It is
Oh
what it is.
no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to degrade the conversation from cannabis to dildo fingers and anal shampoos, but
No. Knowledge is
This is just probably the one some of the past guests happen to tune in on. I'm gonna log in tonight. Check out that weed world.
oh, it's that kind of show.
I think that's what they meant when they said they were talking organic.
He seemed so nice during the spotlight.
Oh man, too much. Man. Oh shoot. How much smoke to that one?
Oh, funny.
You're gonna smoke that. What do you smoke that?
I'm reaching in the 6-shooter jar. So,
Man, that
Should
outdoor
be
cherry
good.
pie came out fucking fantastic. That was growing in the earth boxes. I was a little worried that they wouldn't be able to produce the biology in there to get them through flower, but god damn it, they did. Came out real nice. The terp profile is killer. I've had people being like, this doesn't even taste like outdoor, which I'll take that as a pretty good compliment.
So Smiley, this is a 10-month-old Puckerberry knockout.
Nice. Yeah, the earth boxes do well, man. I don't know what you meant by produce the biology, but
Well, for the size of the plants, you know, they were pretty large to grow in the earth boxes. So I wasn't sure if the biology was going to be able to keep up with breaking down the amendments for nutrition all the way through flower.
yeah, they were pretty good size.
Big for you. How big was that? How big were you considering too big for the earth boxes?
They were like 8 feet tall, 8.5 feet tall. So I mean, definitely.
I would start to question at that point.
Yeah, and they're only 15 gallons, so like, yeah. But fuck, I was. They certainly could have probably more than likely been better, but for what they were, they turned out really nice. So pleasantly surprised. I don't pay attention to my outdoor very much. You know, it's just everything's so variable and off the wall that it just doesn't. It would make me feel bad to put that much time and then have to cut how much ever down for bud rot or pests or whatever. So I usually throw a couple plants out and just let them go. And the earth boxes, you know, seem to be the way. So lesson learned, maybe put them in veg a little later. Maybe not get as larger plants, but bigger flowers. And yeah.
Yeah, when outdoors good, I think it's just as people, if you wouldn't be able to tell the difference if you
I think only from looking, you know, the actual
certain ones definitely, yeah.
yeah, you know, my outdoor always tends to be more leafy, no
Yeah.
matter what cultivar it is. So but this stuff tightened right up when it cured up and dried. And I mean the terp profile seems more robust. You know, from the more of a full spectrum than growing under the LEDs. So it
Yeah.
hits, you know, more buttons on the equalizer instead of just bass and treble and whatnot.
Right, it's a chord instead of one note.
Yeah.
That one I had lined up for a while.
Chord instead of one note.
Yeah.
You have that written down above your computer, don't you?
One string versus a chord. No, it was talking about growing weed. No, we're talking about THC distillate or full spectrum cannabis oil. You know, it's like one note compared to a whole chord.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Tao has quotes pasted up all around his room. He just looks around. He's like, "Oh, I can use that one. Oh, that one looks good today. I'm gonna use that one."
I think Josh from the Dragon Earthfly Medicine crew just said that. You know, yeah. I'm not even taking credit for it. I'm just copying it. So, modern genetics.
Most things have been said before.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Everything's up in
Cheers.
price anyway.
Not lobsters.
No.
Nope, lobsters went down from $8.50 to $6.25 a pound in a day. Yeah.
Brought on the downturn.
It's the oil prices.
Cheddargate.
Cheddargate.
Sorry, man.
Cheddargate. Yeah.
We didn't mean to.
We
We didn't think it was going to impact you like that, brother.
That's actually why I haven't been on the show for so long. I was detained. I went through my lobster tanks, the bow, had to do background checks on all the stern men.
Checked out the second shampoo bottle.
I was in Abu Ghraib.
What was you
That's a
doing
rough
there?
place.
Was that?
What was you doing there?
I was a domestic terrorist for Cheddargate.
Yeah. He was getting questioned. He had
Biological warfare. Waterboarding me. They were illegally touching my pecker.
Lobster biological warfare.
Yeah. Hey, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it?
Osama bin Laden would have thunk it.
No, not even him. Tell you what,
Not even him.
Us main guys are smart. We fucking smart.
Smarter.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart, Bob. Jesus, dear. Yeah.
4:18.
Is it already 4 a.m. in the morning?
2-minute warning, kids.
Yeah, that's why I hopped on so I could celebrate 420 with everybody.
Goodness, time flies when you're having fun.
Right on, Modern. Good to see you. Hear you.
See everybody too.
Well, man.
California.
Is that a-
You're representing right now, do we?
Did I hear a water pour?
Say that again, Red Pill.
We don't have a Californian person here representing right now.
Dude.
I got
I'm-
my tattoo. I got my tattoo in California. It's
I'm
California ink.
I was gonna ask
I'm-
a question about the interview and
I'm
Mr.
omnipresent.
Peters was talking about if anyone ever experienced that P91 strain that he brought up. But it's
Yeah, that
been
was
a-
in it.
Yeah.
That was a good show. Eagle.
Yeah, Tyler does good interviews. A lot of good energy.
So the strain
I
that I
did
asked
enjoy
about,
that when he wore the show shirt on the I did. No bullshit aside, that had me fucking cheesing the whole time.
I can imagine.
the strain that I asked about was Pitbull, and it was when I first found out about it. It was maybe around the maybe 08 to 2010 range, maybe that time range.
You're
When
old,
Blue-
Red Pill.
When I know when Blue Dream was the dominant commercial strain, and for a while it was going around because people were trying to get their hands on it because it was like a 47 to 49 day strain. But one of the parents was the strain that he
Low
was
rider?
talking
No, not low rider.
about, P91.
Pitbull. LP91. Yo, cheers, 420 people.
Happy 420.
Cheers, man.
I don't use ladders because I can't reach the next rung.
Cheers. I did ask you, Red Pill. Way to pay attention.
Yeah,
I asked your
lip-
question.
I
I
did.
asked your question.
I was paying
Yo,
attention.
it's P91.
I'm
P91
just
is the
bringing
one
it
that,
up. I was just asking
the-
if anyone else has heard of the strain. So
that Duke Diamond used, or no, Princess?
no,
That's something totally different, right?
yeah, totally different.
I've heard other people talk about it. I guess I didn't really realize what the P91 was, but I thought it sounded like he said he had seeds of that though. So I don't know.
Isn't that like a workout station? Like Chuck Norris's workout thing? P91?
That's
P90.
P90X.
Ah,
Ain't
P90.
that the what you drink beforehand? It's like a pre-gamer drink or whatever.
Yeah,
Yo, I think we should do the P90X challenge, man. Everybody on panel. 90 days, change our lives.
I did do that actually.
I actually just ordered some
Time
of
to
his,
do it again, Smiley.
No, I fucked my shoulder up. I can't.
You're fired.
Pam
Collect your personal belongings and
F2s
go home.
and his camel toe cultivars.
The booty shorts. See, I was paying attention.
I shit you not. I would not even hesitate. It wouldn't even hesitate to throw that name out there on the winning stage and shit. I mean, hey, I think the announcer might have a problem with that, but I might like give him a shove and take the mic. Be like, hell yeah, that was Camel Toe that won that
Dude,
shit.
I thought for sure you were gonna bring up God's pussy. Like even saying that, it just sounds so, it feels so cardinal, evil.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. But it is what it is. Can't change it now, right? I don't know if I would have threw that one out on stage.
That's
But
that's
Camel
like
Toe, booty shorts, definitely.
that's
Now,
real, and it was said on stage, right? At the High Times Club.
Yeah.
or if you were on
Yeah.
stage and you were like, the winner is camel toe with its amazing cumin terpene profile. No, cumin? No one?
But if you
No one?
if you
Got
think
it.
about it,
You got it?
if it would
got it,
have to be
Cumin?
magical and totally worse than all that. If just saying, it'd have to be pretty good. I don't know. Still in it.
The fresh scent of fresh tuna.
No, man, cumin.
Cumin? Okay.
Cumin, dude. Cumin.
Cumin.
Every single one, cumin. Every single one. You're gonna find out tonight, guys, all of you. You're gonna be like, motherfucker was right. Cumin.
Schedule. It's on the schedule.
Schedule it. Schedule it for tonight.
Totally.
So what I'm saying is vagina smells like cumin, just in case it went over everyone's head.
If everyone missed it, right? I got it.
I got it.
I understood.
It was over my head. I didn't get it. Glad to clarify.
I understood the assignment, as the kids say these days.
Oh man, that's on your wall too, isn't it?
Was it over your head and you still didn't get it?
Oh.
It wasn't over my head. I just wasn't paying attention.
He was firing up the torch.
The
Was too
torch
loud.
was
You didn't hear
on.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the torch was on.
Red pill is the damn master.
So anyone else like dainty males?
Yeah.
I like dainty males.
I like hardcore females ready to go.
Did you say dainty females?
No, he likes dainty males.
Yeah,
Oh.
here's why. Okay, so
They do
out
it.
in
They
nature-
do what you tell them.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is out in nature, you're gonna find the more alpha males are who dominate. They get all the ladies pregnant before any of the betas can even get around to them. They
Well,
could get
that's
the
why.
sloppy seconds. Sloppy seconds are offered up to them, but they're already impregnant, so it does no good. You get what I'm saying? So those dainty males, those have the recessive genes in them. That's what you need for weed that you like, that I like, that we all like.
So are you
want-
saying you need to rub their stem?
No, what he's
Actually,
saying,
red
I
pill.
don't rub the stem. I'd actually rather spray chemicals and reverse them.
Red pill. How do you know which ones are the recessive ones?
So you're into
Well,
Or the,
chemical reversal.
dainty. How do you know which ones are the dainty males? The ones that are
Here
weak
we go.
and
What is
Unless
the
you give them
boy?
a stem rub. You
A-
got to
a
give the
boy-
dainty males a stem rub.
A boy someday grows into a man, right?
someday,
Hopefully.
I suppose. I'm going backwards, kid.
That's the plan.
What's the term for like when we describe manly things? Masculine? Has ever heard that term?
Fucking
I've heard of
righteous.
that term.
Masculinity?
Yeah.
Okay. Femininity is for the females, the ladies out there. That's what dainty is, a dainty female lady that has white gloves and a pretty little dress on. Okay.
Okay.
So now it's flip-flopped in cannabis's sake.
Well, look-
Now in like dogs or maybe say like humans, like Greek gods competing in the Olympics, you wouldn't want a dainty male to try to breed Olympic triathlons with. You wouldn't want a runt male to try to breed big brute Rottweilers with. But in cannabis, it's flipped the opposite, where unlocking the better genes, you got to go with the more girly features in weed, more floral, fruity terpenes, things that might be more associated with like things like lip gloss or perfume. And they're not always those big stem, super hybrid vigor plants. They're the ones that kind of suck to grow and they look half sick half the time anyways, and you want to kind of get rid of them. They usually show up, this is where you find these ones. If you pop, let's say 10 pack of seeds, you got 5 males, 5 females, it turns out. That very last male that you figure out is a male, you found your 4 females, maybe they're the 4 males that maybe already showed in veg at some time. And you're like, all right, got rid of these 4 males. It looks like I got 6 females. And then you put 6 plants in flower and turns out maybe 1 or 2 weeks later, you're like, ah, shit, a male slipped in. That's the perfect prime candidate that you want to use. One, it didn't even show sex and veg like the other ones do. And the reason why those show sex and veg is because the cannabis males are so far ahead of the schedule to make sure that their pollen and their flower is already open and flying through the air the second that a female puts on a pistol. That's what I said about the alpha males getting to the chick first, and now they're all pregnated. And those beta males that came up second that didn't even start flowering until all the other females were already shooting pistols and are already bearing seeds, their pollen does nothing, just goes to the wind and doesn't even get to pregnant anyways. So if this was true, or if this wasn't true, you'd be able to go out into nature and find all the best cultivars. You wouldn't have to do any work at all. And Eagle brought up the botany of desire. This is a little bit of where that philosophy comes from. It totally takes our selection in doing that. Otherwise, this would never happen. Those males that come around that are better for breeding are things that we like, that Robert Clark, I know some people don't like cannabis being referred to as a drug, but he called them drug traits. Those all come from recessive males, the males that show sex last, males that have more feminine features that are more fruity and floral, more weak stemmed, and resinous. You'll find a lot of those times the bigger hempy, thick stem, hybrid vigoury ones, they don't have as much trichomes as the ones that if you wait later for and find later. So everything good associated with cannabis that we like is found in recessive males that are the last ones to show sex. And unless you're purposely trying to breed for some reason, some type of hemp traits, to maybe make, and here's the opposite thing. You can take plants outside, and if you're trying to make them grow in an environment that you're almost certain that it's hard for them to do, say you're going to take a population of plants that suck in a dry environment, and you take 100 seeds and only 25 make it, 25% of the ones. I'm not even going to say which ratio of males to females that they are, but the ones that actually get to the full term to dropping seeds and grow up next year are already breeding with the ones that already were selected to grow in that environment right off the bat. So it doesn't take long for cannabis basically to reverse and rewild itself, or what in taxonomical terms is refugia, cannabis refugia, which is the refuge or escaped varieties. So, someone cultivates it for some reason at some point, it escapes cultivation, and now it's its own feral. It's another word to call it. It's feral cannabis that's out there in the nature. And it doesn't take long for, even if you threw Tangy or Girl Scout cookies or any other modern strain today, it's only going to take 1 or 2 years for all the seed generation to start making it to seed the whole next year instead of just like 25%. But in order to do that, like I said, the very first males to come out in population are the ones to hit the females for the seeds, and those are the seeds that get produced each year. If you do the opposite, you wind up with strains like Vortex and more Vortex, just for lack of other strains that I can think of at this point in time. But anyhow, I talked too much.
You covered a lot of ground there. How do you figure the dainty females or dainty males are always the ones with floral and fruity smells?
So this is more from like you could use actually, female human beings as a test, whatever the people that do run the test on it. And I'm relating this more to like perfumery and cologne. So essential oils and blends of essential oils that are more dedicated for things that are more, I guess, maybe not in the last few years, but traditionally are marketed towards men for cologne and traditionally marketed towards female for perfume. They usually have their same, like foundation ones that they go after. Fruity floral tends to be more of a perfume type thing that they go for, and musky earthy or those kind of things go for more, piney or woodsy or that kind of stuff goes for clone.
Right, but what does that have to do with the male that you're selecting?
Because it's the terpenes that are expressing. So I guess the only, and this might be preferential for some people. That's why I said you can use an all group subject to figure this out, and you can use an all female subject group to figure this out. But what I would describe OG Kush or a lot of Kush terpenes to be is more masculine.
Right, but that doesn't mean the plant is.
Hold on, wait, just wait. So if I use someone that like Mean Gene, that when he's purposely trying to breed plants to have OG dominant terpene profile, he actually has to find males that smell more like pickles. In that, if he finds a male that smells like fuel, it doesn't breed fuel to that next generation. Ironically, if he finds a pickle smelling one, it breeds fuel to the next generation. So that's the thing. You wouldn't use something that you would describe as a masculine odor as in a male. And I'll relate it again. This is a thing I picked up from Subcool. It's in his old school Weed Nerd episodes, like 47, whichever one is like his breeding notes discussion, where he shares his breeding notes. But the same thing is, I forget who he cites this information from, but certain terpene profiles for females have more ability to have better breed stock. And then same as with the males. And one of the ones, ironically, that he lists for the males that aren't good to select for is diesel. It's literally what it says in his notes. And then he stops there and he thinks it's ironic how chem and sour strains are so popular, with right there in the notes it says that males with that kind of terpene profile are usually deterred away from selecting for. And his was more, like I said, fruity and floral, and even like spirits like whiskey or bourbon or those kind of things. So like an alcohol or woodsy, like a wood barrel.
But what does that have to do with the sex of the plant and whether it's a dainty male or not? The terpene profile, you just said he picks a pickle flavored one. Well, that's not floral. That's not fruity. I don't get how you're saying that all the dainty males are going to be floral or fruity. That's what I'm confused about.
Let me, where do I, okay, so out in wild, plants that have these terpene profiles that we like are very pest and mildew prone. So that's another way of them getting deselected out of the gene pool. So it's not our fault that plants that we like to grow happen to attract a lot of pests and can't defend themselves from microbial pathogens. It just so happens to be that the terpene profiles that we like kind of have no susceptibility to that. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's a recessive gene for those terpenes to be there. It's a marker, I guess you would say, for what plant has a recessive gene. If it's actually bad for it to breed, because like Tyler was saying, plants, well, not just Tyler, but out in nature, plants are only worried about making a next generation that's going to be better suited to survive in its environment. That's not at all what we want cannabis to do. We're trying to get more resin, more hash, more terpenes, better high. Otherwise, like I said, you could just sit back and do nothing. You can go out into nature and get a fucking GMO with 34% THC and 6% terpene. There would be no work needed by any breeder on earth to do. Nature would do it all on its own for us. But it's the opposite. It's flipped. I don't know if I'm not describing the femininity trait with the male cannabis plants enough. It's more of a terpene profile. Each time I keep talking more about it, I bring it more to a genetic thing, but it's a terpene profile that you're using to find the marker for a recessive.
So the hardened woody has what? Hardened woody. Well, what does that equate to? Yeah, sweet or fruity?
Well, I think really it's the size of the stem too. It's overall circumference or diameter, however you want to measure it. But Yeah, a lot of that has to do with it. The ability for a plant to be wind tolerant or have the ability to support its own weight, unfortunately, is a hemp dominant trait. Otherwise, weed plants wouldn't exist. If weed plants were like, I'm going to breed for low wind tolerance, and so I topple over before I even put on buds. Well, guess what? Buds are sexual reproductive parts for plants. So if plants never make it, if they always snap or bend over before they even put on those parts, they're not even going to ever make seeds and make a new generation to live on anyways. So the total opposite is true. Plants are trying to build the most sturdy stems, the fattest stems, most hardest, woodiest stems, which aren't good for what we like. Unless you want to smoke hemp, you can smoke 2% seedless weed if you want to. Sensimilia hemp is 2% THC.
So hard and woody is going to be
Yeah, it's
fruity.
something you want to select away from. That's another thing, like along with the terpene profiles that happen to attract pests, almost everyone here, we same thing, someone asked a question on the interview about good scrog strains. And he actually happened to say that a lot of my strains are good for scrogs. And then later on in that thing, you guys even talked more about it, about preferring buds that have more of a staggered golf ball nug set rather than a huge fat cola. Right. So the same thing is those plants that you get that trait out of, you have to select for. The ones that topple over happen to be the kind of ones of plants that we like to grow, along with the terpene profiles that they tend to have. But those plants would never make it in nature. It's us. It's up to us to look for them and find them and seek them, select them, and breed towards them. So just because you have to use a scrog or you have to use tomato cages and that's not the cannabis's plant fault. That's our selective breeding the sturdy and wind tolerant traits out of hemp and making cannabis, or whatever you want to call it, marijuana, drugs. Hemp, before a human touched a hemp plant, wasn't ever intended purpose wasn't to be for drugs. Humans, coexisted with that plant and we turned it into what it is today. A plant for drugs or medicine or a ritual. So.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to say
I'll just say one last thing that I'll cap off with just this one last thing. The feminine thing that I was talking about is specific to the plants being weaker, plants being less able to thrive in nature, and them having a terpene profile, which we would describe more as perfumey, not as cologne. Okay, I'm done. Unless someone has further questions.
Yeah, so what does woody mean?
So woody, like I'm saying, I think is the wind or the plant trying to figure out how to stay up in the wind.
Okay.
I
got
like
a lot of woody.
Actual tree. Trees have actually 2 layers of bark. They grow in the spring and summer, and they get more hard in the summer and fall, going up into the winter season, because in the winter season they have storms and all that kind of shit. And that's what keeps them actually being trees and able to grow years and years and years and years. That trait is within cannabis, because within cannabis exists stone fruits. It's not too far down the tree, no pun intended, that cannabis is related to cherries, plums, pears, apricot, apples, and peaches. Those are trees.
fruit trees.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not a bad thing. I mean, I would
Yeah, Red Bill.
What's up?
There's only one problem though. There was definitely some wild drug types, because if there weren't any wild drug types, then we wouldn't even know that there was drug on it to begin with, to even start refining it to a more potent strain of drug type. So that's the only thing I'll say right then and there.
But here's another thing. I don't know if you're thinking of it from this angle, but if you think of it from a modern day angle, where maybe weed is hard to come by and not in abundance, 10,000 years ago, people could easily just take wild weed, take a huge old bonfire and just throw the wild weed on the bonfire and fumigate themselves out of living hell. So they were over indulging. Cannabis could be 0.25% THC. If you sit in a tent and you're around a fire with 100 plants that are all smoldering, you're going to feel something. You know, it has nothing to do with the percentage of THC or other cannabinoids that are present at that time. Because here's another thing. There's a whole thing with people not really understanding the difference between potent weed that existed 40 plus years ago versus the amount of cannabinoids that weed actually had. Right. But the thing is, yeah, we engineered weed to have way higher cannabinoids than it actually had back in the day. But back in the day, you could find weed, and the reason why someone figured out how to grow Insomnia is because once in a while they'd go through the fields and actually find a genetic mutant that was a sterile female. And they figured out that sterile females got them way more higher. They didn't figure out the chemical analysis, but at that point they figured out, or they didn't figure out, but later on someone figured out that they have more cannabinoids in them than the seeded ones. Obvious. This is something that happened in the 60s, so we know this all today. I hope everyone listening. But the reason why that you get higher off of weed back in the day is, well, I don't know about, I can't speak for myself, but it's like 1,000 years ago or 50 years ago, it wasn't illegal to the extent that it is today. So you could smoke 20 joints of something that was only 6% cannabinoids and get higher than you can really get today. In anointing oil, there's 9 pounds dissolved into 2 gallons of oil. So you probably mathematically figured out the actual absolute saturation point of THC in olive oil. And that's what it turned out to be. But those plants themselves, that wasn't finished seeded bud, or finished seedless bud. That was premature vegetating and flowering tops. So maybe, 1 to 2% cannabinoids in there too.
Gotta check out, man. It's my time to go to bed. I hope you guys have a great one. Thanks,
All right,
Modern.
See you, Smiley.
Peace out,
Peace out.
Smiley.
Green fingers, Eagle, chat. Peace
Later,
out, guys.
Smiley.
Hi,
Have a
Smiley.
good one, brother.
Bye bye. All those little babies.
Well, that's a good thing about everyone being able to do whatever the hell they want, is no one has to listen to anything I said or any advice that I give.
Okay. So
Everyone
what
can
do you
pick
mean?
mail based on whatever they want.
Well,
Okay, so Woody and Fruity
I'd like to
are
say
different.
my blueberry cheesecake was a very, very late bloomer when it showed up inside my tent. And one of the reasons I stuck that little guy in there was to show what sex it was, because everything else had already showed. So it was a late bloomer. So when it shot its pollen throughout my tent, it's probably a good thing that it was a very, very late bloomer, because so far I've had about 80% female coming out of it, at least that. I don't know if anybody can hear me. I think my internet's screwing
I
up.
hear you, Johnny.
I can hear you, Johnny.
Because it's been screwing up left and right. You guys have been stationary for a long time.
We hear you, Brody.
So I was kind of curious to whether you can hear me or not.
It's actually
yeah.
the best it's been all night.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so going on that, I mean, there's been so many positive returns from this late blooming blueberry cheesecake in my garden that I've been blessed with it so far. So all the beans that I'm collecting out of my out of the weed as I smoke it, I'm so, one of those things he mentioned was how you have to keep them dry, not jar them up for a minute, to keep the seeds really viable. But if they're drying and curing, I mean, you dry them in the herbs now dryer, and then I cure it in my jars after that. So if I do it like that, am I increasing or reducing the efficiency of my seeds? What do you think about that? What do you think, Eagle?
What's it? I can't hear you, Johnny.
Damn it.
Seeded buds in the herbs now.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. When it's dry, but the seeds aren't dry. The inside of them are still gonna be wet.
Yeah, the seeds take a while to dry, a lot longer than the flower.
Way longer.
Well,
You got to get Cascadian Grown to send you one of his seed boxes.
Mhm.
Instead of picking them all out of there, you just hook a little fan up and.
well, yeah, I've been smoking the weed too, So just like in the old days when I had the Mexican weed, take part
Speaking
in
of the old
weed.
days,
But I know that every one of the beans that you got some of that, some old school stuff.
so there's probably where's my camera? I don't know, maybe 75 to 100 seeds in here of an I would say it's a 06 haze. That's all I knew. That's all it was given to me as was a haze plant. So 06 haze plant that seeded out. And I just found these maybe a couple weeks ago. So
Were they
if
taken care of well or not?
probably not, more than likely,
Well, what I found, I probably had probably 2-3 ounces of each from the 80s and the 90s, and I went through them and picked out the best ones I thought that looked the best to me as far as beans go. You can see a sexy bean and not so sexy bean. So, anyways, I went through and I checked it out, and I judged all the beans, and so far I've had no luck on any of my beans. I did not take care of them. I didn't put them in a proper condition. The environment was horrible in a lot of situations. So I'm guessing, I probably won't get anything out of it.
well, not with that attitude, Johnny.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you crack the seeds first?
Right? You gotta be.
And I did not get
with the seed cracker.
I'll probably take half of them and just throw them in a container of water and see if any of them do anything, and
well, that's the thing.
throw in some soil and see what happens. See if anything sprouts up.
They sink time out until they sink, until those seeds are full with water, because they might not be penetrating through that shell. It might be so thick that the water can't penetrate it. So never give up.
All right, boys, I'm fading fast. I'm gonna drop out. But
Cheers, Tal.
It's always good hanging out with you boys, Johnny, Cheddar Bob, Modern, Red Pill, Green Fingers, and Eagle. It's always fucking awesome fucking talking shit with Eagle.
Appreciate
Good to see you, Tal.
And yeah.
Hey Tal, let's start an audio NFT with your voice, huh?
We could do that.
Yeah,
Come up
baby.
with a good script.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll make it happen.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah, but Howard Stern, you gotta send the chick like the super duper bass and just be like, boom.
We'll
All
get you. We'll get you sitting on the speaker.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you like it.
Peace out, boys.
See you, buddy.
Later, Ben. Oh, yeah, God.
I need more bass.
Yeah.
Bass.
more bass.
Oh shit. That was a
Says
that
the
was
guy with says the guy with the DJ headphones on. I need more bass. It sounds like something you'd say.
at least I have them both on my ears. I'm not like, what's this?
Can't hear my
Just
left ear.
one.
Yeah, I could run around with it like that legit, man, because I'm deaf in my left ear. Wouldn't hear shit out of it anyway.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, these headphones though are these are really nice. They're the Sony ones, wireless, blah blah blah, like noise canceling. And I can, like, if my kid or wife were standing right here talking to me, I wouldn't be able to hear them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it cancels like outside noise like crazily.
So it wouldn't have to be as loud for you to appreciate the noise.
Well, no,
No, I'm
'cause
music.
it has to be
One
loud
might,
to appreciate
one
it.
might argue, yeah, and say that might be the only way you could appreciate it because it's the moment. You know?
Yeah,
Gotta be loud.
gets those. I need that vibration in the little hairs in my
Ooh.
ear.
Yeah.
Did you step on your dog, bro?
Fighting at the door. They're playing at the door and they're like, watch. What's that one? Oh, I'm pointing at myself.
It's like the first time I've ever seen you panicked. I was like,
Because it's this little one and she don't play around. Like she's like a little softie. And so like,
oh my
like,
God,
she
I
yells
didn't
like
even
that.
see. I didn't even see that thing there.
Hey, man.
Well, there she is. Like the German Shepherd, mini German Shepherd thing. Little fucking rascal.
Rascal.
It's not a
Cat,
name.
cats in dog costumes.
That's in dog costume.
Cat dog. Yeah.
There's a fucking 12-inch floor drain right here between my legs.
That they would
Fucking-
all
I've
fall
been-
in.
That's what they call. That's what
No,
they call
I've
mine,
been
too.
dropping seeds in here like all week. I was just laughing, kind of thinking it's gonna be funny if I fucking look down one of these days and there's gonna be like a seedling up through the vents there and
Mhm.
shit, trying to fucking grow.
Volunteer. What they
If any
call it.
moisture. Yeah.
Possible.
Well, I'm sure there's moisture down there.
Reach down in and pull that son of a bitch out because if it's living in a
Yeah.
fucking a pipe, like, yeah, bring it
You
out.
ever
man.
see
Yeah, we never see you take a bathroom break, so that's what that 12-inch pipe's there for.
Yeah.
Come on, you're just like, and you're always wearing shorts. You're always wearing shorts. You just fucking drop that thing right down the pipe.
It's
Didn't have to move. Zip.
That'd be pretty brave. That'd be pretty brave. You're all like, Eagle, like, hold on. That's the last time I'm coming out. I think he was pissing himself.
we just see his shoulder going for the shake. What? All right. Well, it is heading to 5 o'clock in the AM over on the coastal side. So I am going to get going. Kids are probably going to be up soon and I got to do dad stuff. So it was a pleasure to see everyone finally. It's been a while.
Good to see you, Shadow Bob.
Whoa, that was loud. I got to turn my volume up. Oh. Shit. That loudness was
be
not
good,
enjoyable. Yeah. Yeah, but you guys all take it easy. I'll be on again, I'm sure. Unless I get canceled. So peace out, everyone. Peace out, chat. And good night.
Good night.
Tip up.
So,
Good one, bro.
oh yeah.
Nice. Gotta do dad stuff. Remember those days? Man.
Lost
Right
you all,
there?
so
The smoke went right in my nostril. The burns so bad.
Burn. Yeah, those burn.
Nothing I can do about it either. Don't even want to make a dumb face because then it's like me making a dumb face later.
Yeah, when it's unexpected, man, it's painful. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I think that blueberry cheesequake did me good, was because it was a very, very late bloomer. It
Well,
was
thanks for sharing that, Johnny. It makes me feel like less of a crazy person, me giving that huge, long-winded explanation about why I do that.
Well, it kind of makes sense in a way, even though I don't like the fact that we got.
Well, I feel like a lot of people, but this not speaking about anyone on in this call for sure, at least. You guys are cool, but sometimes I don't know why. But when I'm saying that, I don't want anyone to believe that these are all philosophies that I came up with. I'm taking things from people like Rob Clark, people like Subcool, people like Mr. Soul, Brothers Grimm. You know, that's where I learned all these things from. It's not coming out of my tinfoil hat wearing ass.
No, that's what we think. We appreciate.
I love hearing what you got to say, man, Phil.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I like it.
Don't worry, I'll be back to practicing what I preach someday soon.
Okay.
I can't wait to see you demonstrate what you preach. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, the Church Red Pill coming soon.
And a lot of traditions that I can't wait to see come out.
I've got
Red Pill.
I've got ideas based on some of the seeds that I've gotten lately, like the subsonic sherb and the wreckage. Both have train wreck in the lineage, so that kind of makes me feel like, I'm just gonna select my two favorite phenotypes of both. Might use some kind of extraction analysis in either the terpene or cannabinoid department to make me feel like which one would be a donor versus receiver. But I definitely do want to blend those two together, those subsonic sherb and the wreckage, and try to get a more train wreck dominant, or the train wreck on both sides to express through to the babies. I like train wreck. Used to be really good ass weed. I don't know why people slack on it nowadays.
People want fresh stuff, new stuff, different stuff.
Where are we supposed to get new stuff from?
Well, I know train wreck was one of those strains or cultivars, however you want to say it, that blew me away the first time I smoked it. I was kind of shocked at the strength of it and the amount of highness that I got out of it. Every time I took a breath, I got high. Every time I breathed out, I got high. It was kind of like it was kicking my ass both ways. Every time I breathed in and breathed out.
The only weed paranoia freak out I ever had was on train wreck. In a Wendy's parking lot in the middle of Wisconsin winter with a frozen car, where I had joking buddies in an empty, vacant drive-through, and it's the same drive-through person that works there all the time. I recognize his voice when he asks, it's Wendy's, what do you want? And then my buddy, he's giggling, dude driving the dude whose car we're in. He's like, oh, hold on, my car's on fire. And my mind immediately goes to like, why would you be giggling and why would you tell this dude that? I'm looking out of the fucking, I'm in the back seat and I'm looking out of the windshield and I see a straight fucking curtain of what I think is smoke. And I freak out. I'm telling everyone, dudes, it's like Grand Theft Auto. Once a car's on fire, you got 30 seconds. We got to get the fuck out of here. The car's going to blow up. Got to get the fuck out. Go, 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 go. And people are like, dude, calm down. And my buddy pulled out of the fucking drive-through, pulled it, into a parking spot, and they all grabbed me and tried to console me. I'm like, dude, it's just ice evaporating off the fucking engine. Chill out. And I'm like, why would you say the car's on fire, bro?
Fuck
A little
with you.
bit handle at that moment, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm still
Well,
confused.
boys, I think I'm gonna pull the plug on this episode here. I gotta get some stuff done before I head out. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully, you guys come back tomorrow night and do the same all over again.
All right.
it
I'll
was
be the
great.
first one to slide.
No, I'm doing it first. I talk the most. I'm out. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay. See you, Red Pill. All right, I'm out. See you guys.
See you.
Right.
See everybody in
Bye.
chat.
Thank you. Love you, brother. Have a good day.
You too, guys. Bye-bye.
Man,
Have a
I've
good
got
night.
to either start. I've got to come up with a better way to kind of fade things off, other than, all right, I'm tired of it. Got to set a time or something everybody can plan on, so it's like not such an abrupt.
Funny,
Fuck, it's over.
Yeah.
you can
I
always,
see you.
what
What was that, Johnny? You started breaking up.
at 420.
No, it's always rolling so good. You know what I mean? Everybody's having fun. It's hard to shut it down when everybody's having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always kind of like try to wait to see if people like start to wean off. But if everybody's having a good time, I don't like to be the bearer of bad news. I'd rather let it roll as long as I can let it roll.
You could do that, like we did that one time. We'll just be more respectable with time and just take it like a half hour longer and tell everybody from now on, like when you get tired, we'll just tell them 30 more minutes before.
I almost
and
let
then-
it roll the other night. I almost was gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna pass the baton once. It only gets passed once.
Yeah, yeah. We should need to make a rule for that, and then you make your rules, and then we will do what you say. Otherwise, somebody gets that baton and they start fucking letting whoever they want in and everything. So it's all on you.
I'd almost think it'd be cool if somebody like I've said this before, if you guys lined up and wanted to do like say, Green 13 took over at fucking 420 on Monday, Johnny
Hell
took
yeah.
over at 420 on Tuesday. Just have a set schedule, and then from there on, you guys can take it as fucking long as you guys want to fucking take it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
That's a
real good idea, dude.
That's
really
up to
good
you
idea.
guys. You guys got,
Yeah, like you just let
if
everybody.
you're interested, get with me on that.
Yeah, well, we'll get with each other first, and then you get some ideas, and then we'll get with you, so you could approve them. Because I've been thinking of that shit for a while. It's like a morning show, even like Eagles morning show, but you don't even got to be there. Like you could just it could be the show, like in the morning through a certain time, afternoon show.
I'd feel a lot
just
less. I'd feel a lot less guilty instead of ending the show. I just kind of just transferred it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll work on that. So, weed nerds, prepare yourself. Love you guys. I'm out. Thank you, Eagle.
Love drinking.
Have a good one.
Yeah, I've been missing out for a minute. I wanted to hang. It was fun. Enjoyed it. Excellent episode tonight. That guy was a wealth of information, and I was very calm. I enjoyed that a lot. Anyways, Eagle, blessings. Appreciate you putting up the show here, putting up with us. And we'll talk to you
Tonight's
later.
going to be another good one too. Have a good one.
Yeah.
SFV Genetics will be here tonight, 11:30.
Oh, nice.
Another good episode.
Right on, man. I'll be looking forward to it. All right, man. when I wasn't able to communicate with everybody on the internet was because I was using a library restricted hotspot. So I wasn't even able to comment on like 9/10 of the programs that I watched. They were all restricted component or restricted content, you know. So I'm wondering if I'll even be able to get another hotspot promo.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, like McDonald's and a lot of places like that have free hot spots. Shit, the one in by me, man. Sometimes I pull in there real quick just to do a call or whatever I got to do. Later.
Once I get my car running Monday, I'll be getting my what is that? The full inspection of the car, and then I'll be able to go to it from there. Get my shit transferred over, registration, all
Walmart too.
that. Yeah,
Sit in Walmart's parking lot. Use their Wi-Fi as well.
really. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah. Walmart's pretty open. You can sleep in a Walmart parking lot if you had to. They'll give you internet. You can camp out for the night. They ain't gonna even kick you out or call the cops. It's kind of funny. By the way, it's kind of funny. Another thing that's funny, all the Walmart security Wi-Fi's, the name is Eagle. I've always thought that's funny. Any
What?
Walmart I go to, any Walmart I've ever went to and like brought up their network to hook in, it's always Eagle.
No
Their
shit.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out tomorrow if I can. Well, once I get mobile, damn it. I think I'm mobile, but I'm not. You know, not yet. I'm not. So, anyways, Eagle, I'm gonna let you get to it. Appreciate you, brother. Big love
You
to
too,
you.
brother. Get some rest.
Yeah. You take care of yourself, my friend. I'll see you tomorrow. It'll be an awesome show. I can't wait. See you then, man.
All right. Have a good one, brother.
See if I can get this to shut off. Come on.
Well, that does wrap up episode 520.5. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this here. Weed Nerd World. I know I did. I'm always grateful for you guys when you're able to come hang out, both in on the panel and in chat. Let's find something. I think we're just gonna head right through the country. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're just gonna probably just keep whipping through the country a little bit. Oh, that's sad country. Can't do the shout outs to fucking sad country, can you? No, you cannot. Let's find something else. Sometimes YouTube's playlist could be very unfair. Let's see. Let's see. Shit. So that Jason Aldean. I was rocking out Jason Aldean yesterday. Some good tunes, man. I forgot about a lot of them tunes, man. They're all pretty good. Trying to look ahead here, see what they got up for us. All I need's probably 4 at top, especially if I get into that Gary Clark song. Oh well. Get. All right. Turn on the music for us. 313 cheers. Oh no, not this one. Definitely not starting off with that shit. Jeez. Skipping right all over it, going to burn. Awesome, Grayson. I can't wait to see how it works out too. Daytimers deserve some chat and some fun, don't they? Green 13, I'm looking for you for a morning co-host. Pick a day, brother. Let it run for the UK. You the man. Cheers, everybody. Burner in the background. Subcool, Beach House of Dane, Mama Law 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Thumb Bump, Christina MG 89, Unplugged 705, Medical Mogala Cuddy, Rick T the Rebel, the 9G207, Baby and Selena Saves Not Here, Times Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo Dope, T Dog, Dung Beetle, Red Eye Jedi Grows, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duckboy, Run Boy 7426, Justin Gooder, Strongman, Okie Grower 75, Corey Trevor, Michael Wallace, Motivation 420, Who's Cat Daddy, Taco, Don Slug, Rick S, Into Bushes 827, Jane Simmons, Kevin Hans, World's Last Old Pats fan, 420 Bio Merchant, Dirt Road Dude, Ken Shiba, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dab Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, Acetone, 710, Canoe, Candy Queen, Genetics, Stabby, Tananze, Food, Dirt Ran Dan, Keith the Blade, Black Sales, Mr. Bosilis, Zim Premium Gardens, Rasta Bob, Rasta Death, Soil Root, Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Buds, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub T Grow, Big Dub D Roy, sorry about that. Big Jack Rose, JC Bonner Genetics, SoCal Weedner, John, Last CPG 15, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfector, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Productions, St. Grower, DOA Grow Meds, Miss Nudie Grows, I Grew Some, Johnny Kimsey, Nutrient Shootout, Snotty Nicky, Zoe and Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, Clover 420, High Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Stu Boo, Mo Grower, The Can of Christ, Loki Grows, That's This Guy 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Walters, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connection, Wolverine Grower, Big Jar Grows, One for Life, Laid Way Back Farmer, D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Amber Onyx, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Day 420, Brent Window, Big Ed 1961, Matawane G3, The Green Click, Jane K, Triple G, Mr. Sprinkler, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John P2 Crazy for you, BGWG 420, Dr. Budswell, Perfect OG, Arthur Sensibility, Arthur, just Space 420, Beast Coast Grower 420, Sir How Trade, Malone, Keep It Real, Haggerton 420, Zeb Zeppelin, Audit Edward, BT, Grows, Bingus, Green Puffin Man, Alex Boy, Just Chef Life, School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Real 100, 212, Andy Man, Miranda Family Farms, Page Farms, Meow Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, Noob Shellbot Wins, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane Medgarden, Streamer, 77 Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nuns from 619 to 664, Spaniard, Kruger, Jones, and the Grow, Papa G Grows, Raz Amy, Joe Grows, Cass, the Rip from Your Heart Podcast, Lynn Luna, the Green Men Flock, Jeremiah Miranda, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Own, Jason Isom, P. Wynn, David Kobe, Mason 662, Scroggy Mix, Scroggy 4th, Goddess Grows, Kaylee Burrows, Shannon Brad, Family Farms, Paulie P, Kevin Jodry, Mike Honcho, Jay Huggins, UDA, Greentree Hunter, Chris Cloud, Joshua Steenson, Organic Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Main Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sarjas, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen Hayes, G Friends Tree, MMJ, Matt S, A Ball, Dragonfly B, Justin Meds, Travis Wells, Lucky Mike, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Titan for Blessed Coast C, Shango Gas, Vasco for Life, John Smith, Tommy Tycom, Smoke King, Raz, Pop Little, Soul Roll, Spiky Pounds, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Steelbird, Indo 11, Stephanie B, Shark Pulley 989, Von Braun, Sovereign Garner, Stoner Nation 420, Joe White, Bugs 1313, Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Hoop, Jay Myers, the Mid, the Chat, Miss Randy D, Bag C, Dr. DGC, Jeff, Shredder 911, Dutch Growth 420, Scallywag, Skillbo 1, Medgrower 1, Empire Breeding Co. for Goalie, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, Feed Bear 7, Ollie, Noble, CK, Tom Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking with Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Door, Michigan Core, Double Tap Farms, Mr. Green Thumb, 420, 808, Rudy Prospects, Can Bus Driver, Hayden Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grove, T Ben, TM 420, 696, Rude Nuts, Dr. Scrambles, Phoebe Moon Rocks, GHF, Double J, Bio Green, South Grower 56, Hanky Stinky 420, OGKP, Ganja Nana, Your Mama, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, B Growing Nature's Best Nugs, B Killer B Grows, Conjure Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Ooh, Soil Life, Bully 4 Life, the Jeff Rose 69, 420, 69, I'm sorry, Beavis 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, Goddamn, I'm Big Ted's Test, the Ripping Fat Boy, Jack Greensock 420, 420, Boot Farms, Charlie Fry 420, Aldridge 25, Smiley's Gardens, JT's, Miss T's Nugs, Smoking Grove, Frazier, Rokowski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farmer, Jeff Jarowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Ball 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagsy, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Rose, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Ken Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Light It Up Again, Tim, UKSIF, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Date Man, Dan, Date Man 420, Red Side of Farm, Good Life, Joni Bell, TTB, Most Hated Grower, the Major General 420 Army, the American one, W. Digger, 714, Shirate, Skinny O, Chanel, Mountain Skies, Ready, Hit That Hot Fire, Chris Mertz, Ian, Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Hepa Bay, Cam, Finger Lake, Minus, Ridge Patch, Goes Moon, Southern BT Grower, Choose Medical, Jerry Bear, +1, Mushroom, Secret City Pioneers, My Little Tent 2042, Spacewalker, Christian, Chew Monk, T. Barrington, Heart and Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Ross Kai, Paul, Lemon, Hoko, Trench, Rita's Juicy Life, 420, Grant Man, Mary Brown, Sammy Sizzle, 81, 9-inch Colas, Chris Wu, DK Trades, Vision Creative, Hoo, the Kind Brew, Cannon Nation, JJ Wires. Oh, I already got that side. Dan, the Indoor Man, Gromies, Homies, Hamilton, Smoke, Clip, Hamilton Grown, Clip Smoke, Keystone, Can Flag, PA, Big High, 710, Eugene Greenleaf, H3 Hustle, Fred Darn, Colorado, North Arizona, Beer, Go 420, No Sell, Jesse White, Costain Yeti, Introvert, Genetics, Social J, Vixen, Robin, Killer 8, Moles, James Buttercream, Steve Dunn from Roadtail, The Pharmacy, Seed Bank, Deadhead, Smokey 616, Curtis Mayhem, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dora, 10 Cent Seeds, Ed Carries K, Mike Rubos, so Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Move, Pop Go 7719, Fake Wish, Shake Baby, Old Smoke, PWC Grow Buds, Laura Wasp, Mr. Reed, my old school grower, Chad Westport, Hachu Grower, Gordon Ellis, my little piece of heaven, Puget Sound Seeds, Goliath Grower, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, King Spectre, Gone God, Dory Harrison, Real, 2,000 years of tradition, Mr. D. Conley, Dick Jan, Nick Bodie, Day, Show me Sasquatch, Fuck Who are you? I'm going well, Canadian Restore, Fourth Hill, Brahma, Paul Wright, Sefner, Howard, Humboldt Farms, Tannery Farm, Seldom Seen, Oak Park Gardens, Hell, 9782, Skunky Packs, Martial Artist, 2012, Michael Slate, McDaniel, McGissel, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert Mr. Green Fingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Ranger Coach Punchy, Monkey Balls, Andrew Jabber, Bobby Lynn, Meats, Trent Digger, Mr. Mac, Tony Lake, Lonely Bill S, Reed Peace, Tater Delicious, Minty, Country Root, Cheer on Fire Genetics, Third Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny Lee 101, Buds and Hazard, Mr. Club 14, DVD Man Farm 616, and all out north, Max Room, the movie. Timothy McNimitz, Neo, Justin Beans, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Duke Kinnebus 03, Tier Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latino, Skater Country, Mr. Speed, Wolfstein, Firesaw, Wally, Wookie, The Goddess Grove, Rasta Bob, Rasta Bob, White Feather Groves, Burning Shrooms, Tone Groves, Zane, the K-Man Groves, BX Gunna 81, Smith Dude, New Draw, Sean McCain, JX, J Monks, Thank you, General. Walla Walla, Canada Grow, Fall Dog, Huron, Canada's Council, List, Parish Rock Band, Justice Mate, 420 Bed, Breast, Grow, Driving Herbs, High Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Growing, Love for the Plant, Argo American, Smart Poker, Unfrozen Caveman, Wise High, Surfcraft, Michael Goon, Jeff Lonefield, Mobius Grows, Dank, Brownies, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green 514, Media Jensen, Austin, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Ross, Matthew Gates, D's Bag, Strong Sire, Shotgun Willie Dake, Yoda, Jay Simmons, Sure Bro Rose, Clackamas Crew, DJ Conley, like 1978. Aaron the Grower, Michigan Grown Buds, your boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Clackamas 420, Siggy Cola, Stealing Steinford, PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sun Grown 707, J8 Droves, J420, Cascadian Groves, T. Jones McGee, 4.8, Reworks, Captain Scrawl, Chunky Buns, Hobbs, Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, Gaston Tempe, Andy N. D. Urge, Green Junior Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose 11, Smiles 11, 50 Bugs, Michael Ross 20, Wob Wobby, Sean Benz, Rescue Ready, Roadside LLC, Victorious Nug, Magna Seeds, Father and Son, Trimming, Tutorial Sub T, Dake, Jose Ramirez, Goggle the Hut, 420 Buck, Chico Man, TR, 420 Community Videos, Detroit River at News, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Captain Bob, Cheddar Bob 13, Main 420, Med Grower, Cookie 2, Jake Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, Sally Man Sales, Adams, Kankin, Chanel Simpson, One Smoke Away, Gotcha Roads, Kazoo, Aaron Burnett's Rooms, Mr. Lincoln, Stinking Angel Studios, MG, the 420 Grow Tent, Paul Diella, John Fleming, Dake, Bitch, Fibro Flower, Polly P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunman, Chiba Sunny, Jeff Pollock, Ricardo Sosa, Dan Jates, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, fuck all that, be the Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Greystone, Shoulder Baker, MD, Stony Creek, Russ Sonic, Fringe Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man, Hermit Ants, Freebird, Bogroy, Matty Guard, Simple Man, Survival One Time, Tim Blake, Off Coast Chronic, Stink Patch, Cavallero, Polaro, Golf God, or Gen God, sorry about that, Jason Live 512, Harley Grover, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, Alan Hayes, Scuba C, Speaks, yeah, Randy K, Steve Collins, TCD, Claire Killian, Wardrobe Farming, Randy Grande, Pip 1008, Ace Boot 3223, Wake Up Captain Freedom, Be Puffer Smiles, 15-digit Michigan Ganja, Mooch Ash, Fred G, Super Bob, Broski 808, Weekend at Birdies, K Bag, Justin Station, Strong Style, Organic, Zippy, Adminic, Honesty, K Hal, Me All Flower, Brent Boog, Todd Kendricks, Noobs, K and T, Chris D, Too Soon, 4x4, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul, Homegrown, Kevin Jiu Jitsu, Can of Health and Happiness, Berserk, 215, Low Cal, Low Cut. Our collab, Low Cuts, Every Channel, Mo Manic Man, Raspberry, Banshee, Helen, Huge Janus, James T, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Lobster Bro, our Big Daddy, LT Gardens, High Flyer 420, Lobster Brush Bro was in the chat this evening. Mother Tree, Main Red Pill, Your Boy Roadway, Static Shannon, Gimmicks, Ruhan, Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill 710, Cannabis Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man 81, Happiness Without Guilt, Oil and Flower Podcast, The Entourage Films, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, Mondo, Surrounded by Keith, Fridge Dwellers, Single Fathers, Richard Forbes, David Pimenta, B4P Funk, you can see John Reese. What about Bob Prince, Patty, Daniel Bergman, Green Puffer Man, Pete Dungery, James Chug, Sarge Gross, 818, John Wayne, Carolina Roots, Sister Golden Hair, Deanna, L. Dinky, K&F Gardens, Blank 1030, Choose One, Only Feet, Farmer James, Crypto Dope, Richard Lamb, HIP Grove, Matt Javine, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonder, Sunrise Grove, Top Floor Genetics, Mole Vision 420, K2 Cannabis, Jesse Fisher, My Dog Nelia, Rooster, Groves, Alex Hardy, Hardy Deer, Benny Cropper, Danny Rose Photos, Winton Grown Med, Sunrise Groves, Lexi Brittany, True, I love you guys more now than ever. No Limit 916, Grumpy Toad Alchemist, and Cannon Mix, Soul Born Addiction, Roz Joe, Alex D, Dirty Old Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Lucy Marie, John, or Sarge Groves, Blaze Daily, Fried Piper, Perpetual Eagle Proud Warrior, Sarah Smiles for you, Frank Inside of the Dank Judges, Keno, Kelly Maxwell, Captain 420, Frank Inside. Stink Fat, What About Bob, Ill Jester, Pop Shroom, Sean Gorski, Jen Doe, Dungeon Gangster, THC4, PTSD, T Barrington, Honcho Grown, Swamp Camp, Polero, Cannabinko, Bessa, Because, John Doe, Miss Mandy D, Canna Ferrari, Forward 12, AB, Normal, Frank Guerrero, Bearfeed, J Brim, 74, CK, Brow Guy, 420, Pachyderm, 420, Burnett Tree, Maine, EA, Grease Ungrown, 207, Hydro Daily, Hemp with Gigi, Jamie Reed, Supreme Grape, Stony Rockefeller, K2 Cannabis, Cruise City, Sin, Midnight Roots, Dead Cynic, Knuckles, Michael P, Pauly B, Quick B, Nimble, Bud E, Kilowatts, Michael D, 4889, Disbanded Brothers, Marcelian, Matt, Joseph, Grace Medicine, RX, Keeping Chief, Hydro Jailer, Concerned American, Cannabis 411, Freedom of Speech, Dr. George Worth, These Trees, Ganja Sudoku, 710 is Oil Upside Down, Jesse Stevenson, Victoria, that's a Cannabis Babe. What about Bob? Sacred Garden, Scuffs Grove, Slick Rick, A Dog Pounds, David St. Louis, Move Watts, Castain Yeti, Ed Rin, MN Grown, Uncle Elmer, Off Grid Turks, Christopher 54, Last Predator, Matthew from SoCal, Sue, Illinois Man Breeders, James Truth, Dark Horse, Genetics, Stoner Dude, Joel and Jen from Northstar Genetics, Carol Ann, Mr. Cry, PTAB, 13 Leo, Brood Beyond Perfection, XX Elite GP, XX Uncle Stoner, Crispy Tree Kitchen, Grover's Paradise, LAD Grown Garden, I See the Clan, I See the Special Bunch nowadays, Decoy Bacon, Mr. Scotto, Breast Baked One, Jay Allen's Big Bob Grows, Charlie Cannon, Australian Grows, Yucca 420 Gardens, Daniel Phillips, Mr. Nowhere Man, Selling Sally, Silly Seashells. Man, there's a lot of new names tonight, man. I didn't get on the list. Hopefully they come back so I can get them on the list. Mike Steve, 562 Ganja, James Crystal, Green Ghost Genetics, Sensolo, B Benson, Mastro Charlie, Sativa Smooth, Sativa Smurf. Man, I messed that one up more than any. I'm sorry, Sativa. 4GTC. Hey, Bush Doctor. Dirty Hoe Gardens. TK. James T. Weaver. Grow Ohms. Corey Gagnon. Green Hill Farm will be on this week. Pretty sure. Hillbilly Herbs. Tasty Worm Farms. Skunky Booster. YPF. Larry OG. About Farm. Spartan Grove. Johnny Green Thumb 710. Michigan Wildfire. Seldom Seen. Gambler, Title Colonel, DP710, Caribou TV, Virginia Herbs, Red Primo, Equilibrium Genetics, Trophy Truck, Skyway, Kevin O'Donnell, School of Crop, Stupid Trucker, eBay Bud Tender, The Glass Girl 420 Grow, Ted Nugs, Matt Javine, Greg 77, Ted Nugs, Skunk 8, Glassworks, Beast Mode 347, Mike's Atomic Spear, JM E182. I've had that one wrong all this time. Justin Gucci, webcams, Stony, Dan Stoney, Baby Fat, Jay Cootie, Pip 1000, Dan Stoney, Sunshine Farm, Daydreams, Brad Star, Mountain Laree, Scotty Nowhere, Justice Mick, Not Sure, Red Bear Farms, Two Dogs, Seeds, Bug, Butt Plug, Bungaloo, Luck Eve, Claude D, Gosselin, Mao, T World, Green Gorilla, C-Take Gardens, Benny Ben, Up and Able, Mr. Matty Duber, Sentimental, Green Goddess, Alberta Cannabis Grower, Earth Creeper, Don Hazelhurst, Matt Nace. Sorry, man, if I mispronounced. John Galt, Coolword, Robert Hazel, or Robert Rittenhouse. Pedro Dizzy, of course. Joey Berger, Mr. DeVille, Mikey, Missy Dangsta, Dragonfly Earth Medicine, of course, Thunder Dan again, San Luis Sungrown, Super Bob Dutch, Grow 420. We got here Tough Impact. That's what that is. Tough Impact. Sorry about that. Gotta put Mr. Trees on here. Mr. Tree. Last but not least, we just 207. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for hanging out again. One last time. Hopefully you guys having a great Saturday morning. With that being said, if this is the end of your day, your journey, please get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, your journey, have an amazing day. Take time out for a little bit of self-love, a little meditation, whatever it takes to go out and have a prosperous day. Along your journey for the day, please take time. Try to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I'm a living, breathing example of that. With that being said, I'll see you tonight with SFB Genetics. Tonight at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Pacific. Tell a friend, have a full tray, an empty bladder, and I'll see you tonight at 11:30. With that being said, I am out of here. You guys have an amazing